so we're going to shoot it. Fire. Turn up! Turn up! Turn up!
We also wish to make it as a way forward. The basis and human rights issue to be placed in the respective concession agreement. Even in the revision period, during the revision period of the concession agreement, let's put in this concession agreement human rights matters.
Honorable, you stressed on few important things. Among them, you made mention of the harmonization, and I heard you speaking specifically with many other emphasis though, but on the reduction of judges or people from the judicial branch income or salary. And my concern is drawing up to the point where judges and all other civil society or civil servants' salary will temper with. So I want to ask you a specific question. Does that in any way make a judge not to be held liable in terms of dispensing their duty as a judge over a particular matter?
You have the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. The two factors are the executive and the legislature. Those are the two factors. And the judiciary is the one that goes in between in order to calm down whatever fighting that they are doing. The judiciary has to be independent to do a good job. Look, if you just build society without society being guarded by law, there will be anarchy, there will be chaos. So, all around the world, those who dispense justice, they are protected. The protection is you have to put them in a comfortable position where they are not tampered with. They are human beings. So, simply what I'm saying, if the judges are comfortably paid, they are not going to be tampered with, the issues of corruption will be limited, and the issue of justice will be dispensed. So to answer the question, yes, you will limit corruption in the judiciary when they are paid better, and you have justice when they are paid better.
You stress on prior informed consent. That's one of your points. How can the community access justice in concessions area where if you don't have government representative, you don't respect youth groupings, unions in the area?
If you went to most of the concession area, you have the serious in some of the concession areas. The issue I raised in my presentation, most of the areas do not have lawyers. So where you have the court, you need a lawyer in order to address or to represent some of the party litigants. So if you don't have lawyers, you don't have a magistrate or judges to take your cause, you don't get the incentives, justice is denied. You not have access to justice in the concession sector. Yes, sir.
What we rectify in Liberia as a country or we endorse? It means we agree to something.
Yeah.
So the two, whether we do any of them, mean we won't do what the people say we should do.
Yeah.
So my key attention is to your second point, right? Access to justice. You mentioned that we have limited access to justice in the rural area. To my knowledge, and maybe other police, we know that during the old time, we have the thing called Peace Hall, that which instigated the building of courts in almost all of the country. I know that specifically in Grand Crew, we should be having 36 courts there. Yeah. So how is it that our people don't have access to justice when we have the justice hub?
There are only two persons in the labor office, the whole of Sando County, the labor commissioner and one other hearing officer. But here's the case. The hearing officer has been retired, so he doesn't have that power, that legitimate power to handle cases. But he is still going to the office because there's no hearing officer. So he goes there. So that's the point when we say access to justice, particularly for rural dwellers, is because we don't have the requisite manpower in those communities, those counties, to adjudicate cases. So in that case, I'm using Sando here. There are dockets upon dockets of labor-related cases in the Sando office. The commissioner is one, the hearing officer has been retired. So we took a case. We, SDR, took a case with GVR for the people that were dismissed in hearing prison for 1 year in Buto. And the commissioner brought that hearing officer to hear the case, even though he's been retired. So the man did the first hearing, he did the second hearing, he did the third. In the third hearing, GVR filed a motion and said, look, that man, you're not working for the government. No. What do you mean, GVR? And we thought that was a joke. When we put it, the Minister of Labor Law said, yeah, GVR is right, the man been retired a long time, but we just asked him to be sitting down there. So can you imagine, I'm just giving that as an example. Right? So when we talk about access to justice, particularly in Europe, those are some of the instances we're talking about. It doesn't mean that justice does not exist, but it takes forever to come. And sometimes before they come, that relevance is no longer there. Yeah, that's why I'm talking about.
Have been established in the rural area. They have courts there. When I say they do not have courts. But who is there? Who are the lawyers there? Who is the public defender there to make these courts? That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. And Jimmy gave a very perfect example as to some of the issues that are happening around here. You go to some of the magistrate courts, you don't have lawyers there.
You know, the discussion is actually interesting, right? And Thank you,
Thank you,
Council,
yeah, thank you.
for the presentation. And you know, I like the section on the way forward. You know, these principles, like the Councilor said, they are just set of guidelines that the UN is not just one body, it's all of the nations coming together to agree and say, this is the way to go when we are doing business. And it's mainly focused on what? It's focused on three pillars, like you said. You have protect, respect, and remedy. So every state should be able to set out clearly the expectations that enterprises, companies should operate in or work with. So when these things are not done the way it should be, then government comes in to also work to find a remedy to ensure that these rights are respected. And how do we do it? Like you said, access to justice. And I want to say thank you so much for the interaction. And I hope that when we leave from here, we will go with all of the principles being read at the tip of our finger. Thank you so much. So we want to shoot it. All right. Turn up! Turn up! Turn up!